dreams and death's domain. You're always welcome here, noble sir.
God be with you, brother. Are you taking care of this chapel?
Mortitius is my name, good friend. Though all that is shall one day end. Fame and fortune are but clay. Ad honore domine.
Oh. I see. I think.
Though my eyes are old and dim, and I live apart from the world of men, I serve a cause that's good and sound, and companions have I underground.
But slow down. I can't keep up. So, you are the blind keeper of the ossuary?
You speak the truth. And now I ask, if you would help me with one task, will you help me take care of those who sleep below in eternal repose?
You need my help with something?
Christian bones in the church lie scattered. Bringing order to them is a very grave matter. If the prior should see the disarray, he'll send me packing this very day. Then what shall I do, sightless and old? Left alone in this world dark and cold, roaming the earth with a beggar's cane? Help me, dear brother, in God's holy name.
Wait a moment. So, there are bones strewn about the chapel, and you want them tidied up?
Aye, 'tis a job that some might find morbid, but fear not, good fellow. You'll be well rewarded.
All right, then. What am I supposed to do, exactly?
Arrange the bones in pyramids. Make them nicely stacked. Build one out of pristine skulls, the second out of cracked, the third then build from arms and legs, and here there's quite a lot. But bear in mind the commandment, thou shalt not, thou shalt curses. None of the commandments rhymes with that.
Lose thy virtue, thou shalt not?
A pretty rhyme, I must admit, although you're jesting just a bit. Enough discourse now. It grows late. The task before you cannot wait.
All right, so if I understand correctly, I'm supposed to put the bones in 3 piles. Pristine skulls in the first one, the cracked ones in the second, and the third pile I build from the limbs?
As you say, so must it be. And you shall have a reward from me. To find the bones you'll be needing, though, there are 3 places you must go. But don't forget what lies beneath, and descend to the hidden space. Many bones lie there in darkness, waiting for their rightful place.
I see. So I should gather the bones in the chapel and the crypt underneath, and make 3 pyramids out of them.
And should any bones remain, such as ribs and spines, sweep them up together into orderly confines.
What? I should sweep up the remaining bones too? Better go before you think of more chores.
I know I am sinful, but...
Dust you are, to dust you shall return. And then I'll sweep you into a corner. Oh, damn. My back hurts so much. Might have found a new one here. Whew. Doing God's work sure ain't easy. What's this? It looks like some really old reliquary. What a rare find. Isn't it getting crowded in there?
intact, my dear brother.
I nearly broke every bone in my body.
Ha ha! There's no better place to leave your bones, and that's a fact. But they'll serve you much better inside you and intact. The place you're in is black as night. I'll throw you a torch. Let there be light. Look for bones along your way, after all. In the end, you'll have some benefit from your fall.
What's this? This corpse must have been lying here for several decades, but it looks like he died yesterday. God, our Heavenly Father, have mercy. This looks like the crypt for the monks. Wonder how long they've been lying here. First pyramid is done. Impressive, even if I say so myself. Manta Mori. If I hadn't built it myself, it'd give me a scare. Just one more. Three beautiful piles. I'm proud of myself. The old monk will be delighted. Where did that blind madman get to? He was sitting here the whole time, and now he's just vanished. I should ask if anyone saw him. I'm looking for the keeper of the local chapel. His name's Morticius, a wispy fellow. Speaks in verse. I did some work for him, but he disappeared just as he was about to pay me.
Youngster, you ought to sleep more and drink less. Otherwise you'll come to a bad end.
What do you mean by that?
Morticius was the keeper of the ossuary, all right? Only he died before you was even born.
What? Morticius is dead?
As sure as there's a God in heaven.
But I spoke to him. He was always babbling something in verse.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Old Morticius couldn't even read, let alone compose verses. Are you sure you weren't imagining it?
Very sure. I have to find him. He owes me for the work I did.
Go back to the ossuary, then. You'll find him lying in the crypt alongside the other dead monks.
So, I spoke to a ghost?
Who knows? Maybe you did. God be with you.
You're after. You can rest when it's all done. Honest work never killed anyone, and don't you forget it.
So here you are. Do you know how long I've been looking for you? They told me you were dead.
I haven't had such a good laugh for years. You ought to see your face.
I don't find it funny. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Well, speaking of which, you're not rhyming anymore.
Because I'm not Morticius, you donkey.
What? So who are you?
I'm just a simple poet. A rambler and a wayfarer.
So you made the whole thing up?
Not all of it. Morticius was my grandfather. The poor fellow was probably bored to death in the ossuary, so he sired a bunch of babes all over this domain. Of course, as a monk. He didn't leave much of an inheritance, so all I have left of him is his old habit. But you can play some pretty good tricks with it. I got you, didn't I?
Yeah. I confess, you got me. I really believed you were a monk.
Then my act was a success. And now, thanks to us, there will be 3 lovely pyramids of bones in the ossuary. Not everyone gets to leave behind such a memorial for posterity, eh?
Yeah, that's just great. But you promised me a reward.
All right. So you don't feel like you made an ass of yourself for nothing? I'll teach you a bit about poetry. What do you say?